Hello. You've reached
Tony Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of Eye of the Dragon, Cool and Beautiful Rabbit Hole, Lore and Fray, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon.
at 555-0122. Please leave a message at the beep.
I got to tell you, it takes a lot in life to get me really angry at somebody, but you've kind of taken the cake with that. But let me tell you this:
Tony,
if you were listening, I hope God gives you karma, the likes of which you've never fucking experienced. You aren't shit. You will never be shit. You're a little bitch. You're a bitch in the grass, and you're a son of a bitch that deserves every negative fucking thing you get in life. And I hope the absolute worst for you.
Tony.
Don't forget that, bitch.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to look at another one of Harman Smith's videos, and just like every single other one of his videos, this one has aged like milk. Only this one aged harder than all of those other videos of his, because it has recently come to light that Quantum TV is a domestic abuser. Allegedly, of course, so we'll have to see what a Florida court of law has to say about it. But anyways, Harman here says that the Act Man getting demonetized was a great thing, when it really isn't. So let's get into it.
So, I have remained very silent on the Act Man versus Quantum TV situation.
And that's a good thing, because you have some pretty bad takes, and you spread all sorts of misinformation around about everything.
Primarily because I didn't want to involve myself with petty drama between two irrelevant YouTubers. That has been something I've been trying to do.
What?!
Harman, the Act Man, has well over 1 million subscribers, and Quantum TV had around about 60,000 as of the time this was going on. Now, I absolutely despise Quantum TV with a passion, and while I hadn't heard of either of them until the Tickling kicked off, neither of them are exactly what I would call irrelevant. Pull your head out of your ass, Harman.
In recent years, I've grown, over the past several years, I've become increasingly disenchanted with the whole blood sports thing, and people like Mr. Medicare spending all their time and energy talking about, like, retards on the internet, as they like to claim.
The only reason why you've become disenchanted to idiots on YouTube is because you were a big enough idiot on YouTube to soak up all the salt these idiots like to spew. In fact, take this rag, because I can see you're already getting pretty salty.
It's become kind of this weird circle jerk in which people, YouTubers, when I say people, I mean YouTubers who are less than human.
What the hell was that?
You all heard that, right? Harman says that YouTubers are less than people, so that means that Harman himself is less than people as well. Isn't logic fun?
Are focusing most of their time and energy, like, talking about other people and their opinions on the internet instead of talking about things they actually like.
Irony! Also, projection!
Or, alternatively, like, having the most safe, mainstream, palatable opinion possible, right?
Your opinions aren't safe nor mainstream, Harman, nor are they palatable. Learn how to pronounce words, Harman, I swear.
I didn't want to involve myself in the Quantum TV situation because I didn't want to put myself in the crossfire. I didn't want to build my channel on drama. I didn't want to build my channel on drama. I didn't want to build my channel on drama. I didn't want to build my channel on drama.
You know, that's pretty ironic how you constantly try to start drama on YouTube, Harman.
Mario can go himself. That Super Mario Bros. Movie was terrible. Just acknowledge the fact that real fans don't like Mario. It's not that hard.
I do need to make a stand at this, because I think it's gone a little bit beyond what people might have expected from this. This is a really interesting situation, because I'm not sure even the people who were very dedicated, hardcore following this this situation may not be aware of. But
Trust me when I say this, Harman, but those who have been following this situation for far longer than you have, like I have, know far more about what's going on in regards to it than you do. Considering how you get information on all the bloody time, or you just make stuff up as you go along, yeah, I would never trust you on things like this, my friend. Just saying.
It's interesting what happened here. Very interesting. When it comes to like the entire platform as a whole. Specifically what the Act Man, who was in the wrong.
How was Act Man in the wrong, Harman? All he did was make a video talking about all the crappy quote-unquote reviews of Elden Ring on YouTube, and one of those people, Quantum TV, just couldn't handle basic criticism and decided to abuse copyright and get the video taken down, which needless to say, failed. Tell me you haven't looked into the tickling without actually telling me you haven't looked into the tickling, Harman.
Try to do. Now, the community almost universally seemed to back the Act Man. Like, he had everyone. He had everyone supporting him. He had, like, several people in his corner. Like, his channel has, like, 1 million subs. He was contacting people like Keemstar, people with, like, real, legit connections with YouTube, right? Review Tech USA was doing regular videos on this. Like, there was this very, very big momentum, this push from the community to defend Elden Ring and attack Quantum TV. And they did this by bringing up his personal opinions about certain subjects, things you're not really allowed to talk about on the internet. And oh man, how dare he feel this way about gay marriage or trannies or the Democratic Party or like the woke movement. Like, yeah, he's he's a conspiracy theorist.
What?
Harman, people only started looking up the guy's Twitter account after the Act Man, Review Tech USA, and others showed them screen caps of his Twitter feed, which happened to include homophobic stuff. You are indeed allowed to talk about LGBT stuff and the like on YouTube, you just can't wish death on the LGBT community, which is another reason why Quantum is hated almost universally on YouTube. Never forget the infamous quote from Quantum, "Why weren't you a Pulse victim?"
Like, these people legitimately tried deplatforming Quantum TV over his Elden Ring views. Like,
you see what I mean, folks? Harman absolutely did not look into the tickling, or if he did, he only took out of that what he wanted to take out of it. No, Harman, the reason we were all trying to get Quantum TV deplatformed is because of his homophobia. It stopped being about Elden Ring after his copyright abuse failed. Again, tell me you haven't looked into the tickling without actually telling me you haven't looked into the tickling.
People may like to spin it and saying that like Quantum TV called the Act Man's mom. No. The reason this happened is because the Act Man tried very, very hard to take out Quantum TV's channel.
Yes, Harman, because of Quantum TV's homophobia, and, you know, you can sit there and say that it wasn't because Quantum called the Act Man's mother up, but I want you to tell me the truth now. If, say, I had called up your mother, Harman, would you not also react in the exact same way that the Act Man did? Especially if it was only 40 minutes after you had uploaded a video reacting to me talking utter crap on you. I honestly think you would.
By utilizing all these resources to try and force YouTube to take him out. Now, I'm not saying Quantum TV is like completely innocent, because like I said, like I think like the way to handle this kind of situation is just kind of ignore it and like continue putting out your regular content. I think Quantum TV made the mistake in like, you know, retaliating when that's not really necessary. Like, he really should have just, if anything, just kind of kept talking shit on Elden Ring and moved on with his life.
As much as I hate to say it, Harman does have a small point here. If Quantum TV had just gone about his business and not retaliated, no one would have paid him any attention. But then he just had to go on and on and on with retaliating, and then look what happened. Quantum is, as I understand it, facing life in prison, and he has the gall to blame it on Elden Ring. Can you believe that? That pretty much tells me that no matter what happens in Quantum TV's life, if it's bad, he'll blame Elden Ring.
What the Axeman tried to do was take out Quantum TV's his channel, because of his views on Elden Ring. And the thing is, though, by rallying so many people, by trying to get like so many people like in the community involved, trying to get like Quantum TV taken out, they were trying to coerce YouTube into action to eliminate the channel. And YouTube refused. Like, YouTube refused to delete Quantum TV's channel. They demonetized Ackman. They cracked down on the situation. And what it seems to me is that YouTube doesn't like the idea of not being in control over who gets deleted and who's allowed to have a voice.
I mean, in all fairness, Harman, it's YouTube's platform and they can run it however they feel like. It doesn't mean that they're always right, however.
So when it comes to the Act-Man, who decided it was more important to talk about video games on the internet, rather than talk about real world issues.
So in other words, just like you, Harman.
When he tried getting Quantum TV taken out, like, he was trying to exert his power over YouTube, which is.
No, Harman, the Act-Man and anyone else whose intelligence level isn't a public health hazard wanted Quantum TV off the platform due to his homophobia and copyright abuse, among a few other things. If none of that had come to light and Quantum TV had just taken his L, this all could have been avoided.
Which they absolutely cannot have. I am certain this is why, the real reason why Act-Man was demonetized was because he was trying to control what YouTube does with its censorship policies. He was trying to get them to take someone out, and because of that, YouTube couldn't allow that to continue. They had to crack down on it. They can't lose the control they have over the platform. It's an interesting situation, and I think.
Actually, Harman, the reason that the Act-Man was demonetized was because of some tweets he posted on Twitter, talking about doxing YouTube employees, family members, and other things like that to show them how ridiculous it was that they defended Quantum TV, who had stalked and doxed the Act-Man's family, and yet YouTube did nothing to punish Quantum for that. Despite those things being explicitly outlawed by the YouTube community guidelines and TOS, never mind the fact that the tweets in question were clearly satirical in nature. From this point on in the video, he talks for a bit about politics and how he's bowing out of YouTube, as it were, which is complete BS. He then goes on to make it about how people are talking positively about Nintendo and how he was responsible for that, which is complete horse crap. People rarely talk negatively about Nintendo, or at least they weren't, but with how Nintendo has been behaving recently in regards to YouTube and fair use and Let's Plays now, I wouldn't be surprised if people did start talking negatively about Nintendo on YouTube. And he talks about bigger YouTubers having to start accepting donations, which I doubt they will, and it's just a bunch of lies. Anyways, that's all for this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now!